Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis.
Down. 52 blue. Hut, hut.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
Spike 60. Red, cycle. Ready, go.
They'll set up a throw. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Ready.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Hut, go.
They'll drop to throw. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too.
Set, hut.
Back to throw now on first down. Flush to his right. And he slides to avoid the hit.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Hut, hut.
He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Set, hut.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. He'll have a first down inside the 10 and all the way down to the 5.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
Hut, go.
They're going to look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now they'll run the option to the short side left, finding room at the 30. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head, his head coach and probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense is really putting all the pieces together and doing it cohesively.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And the pass to Henry is intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
And he's brought down. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
52 blaster. Green Jacks. Set. Go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Ready.
Now back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Ready. 45. White.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Set. Black.
So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line.
Red. Set. Go.
He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback, and he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Shut up. Hut, hut.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it, and he fires one that's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Ready up.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
And I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Blue. 22 needle. Slice blue. Ready, go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. Not much there, only a yard. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699.
Come on, set. 50, green. Spike, white. Go.
They'll look to throw again. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Ready. 10 black. Rail, yellow. Set, hut.
They'll look to throw here. He sets to fire deep. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I
was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in him.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. picked off near the 32. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Ready, break. Black shock. Set.
He'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
2nd and 5. And he's going to go down, sacked back at the 13-yard line. And that one really pushes him back, a loss of 9. And now it's 3rd and goal after the sack.
Set, hut, 33, yellow. Red, cycle. Ready.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Eluding. And the pressure gets to him again. A gigantic sack on 3rd and goal. A loss of 12. And his kick here is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Ready. Cougar 19. Go.
One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. On the return, it's Rodgers. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Ready, ready. Yellow, 43. Fury, yellow. On the ball, set, go.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Let's go.
Here's
now.
2nd and 10.
38. Ready.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to take another shot here. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Final adjustments being made in the locker rooms. We're just about ready for the second half from Minneapolis. And for the call, let's rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And the half will begin with a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're down on the scoreboard, sort of a sloppy first half. Coach Davis, if you were in the locker room, what would the message have been?
I think I'd have to go with something you don't ordinarily go with in the NFL. That's a little fire and brimstone. You've got to fire these guys up, make them understand what's going on out there. They were so sloppy in the first half, too many turnovers. Tighten things up, maybe get in their face a little bit, get in their grill, and then send them back out.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Back to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Ready, go!
They give to Taylor out of the gun. Fights off the defender. Room here to run. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. So potentially a turning point here in the third quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start by running the option to the right. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Black Ultra. Ready, go!
They'll look to throw. They'll get this off to Taylor. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
Set, 52 blue. Claws, 10. Blue striker. Hut, go!
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club and one we talk about all the time. In football, put you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll set up to throw. Forced out to his, and he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. Taking it in. And the Gunners are able to stretch out their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a 1st and 10. Now, a little bit of space there for Cook that time as he winds up getting about 7 there on 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Cook. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 1st down, Cook. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They've got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
A run there with Cook not going to accomplish much. Call it no gain. Second down coming up. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. The Vikings on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And as a result, possession switches hands.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
On the set. Opposite. Green. Set. Hut.
Back to Taylor on first down. They find some open field here. 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 69 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Big Derek Brown making the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Ready. Ready.
Off the option, here's Taylor. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now he's flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I know we spent a lot of time talking about how the defensive backs read routes and make plays on the football. How about a good linebacker? Feeling the route, seeing the quarterback, jumps the play, and knocks it away. Really well done.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. They'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that one almost intercepted. Could have been his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Vikings on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run, the best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Alert! Ready, hut!
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 45, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
81 yards for him now on the ground as he goes over the century mark here. I'd say he's ready for the playoffs ahead, no doubt. Just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
Zoom black. Claws red. Set, go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him?
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Gunners take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And this was